Welcome to this episode of Hear It from a Huskie. I'm Dr. Laurie Fiorenza, and today I am joined by two environmental club leaders, Poppy Booth and Connor Czerniawski. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. This is great to talk to you.
Wonderful. So as students here at OPRF, what has the environmental club been up to lately?
Well, we have a lot of projects going on basically all the time. One of the newest ones that we have is our Scorecard. And then we also have Next Treks, which is plastic films recycling. And we have Earth Week plans and our thrift store, which is at the end of Earth Week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we also have the hydroponics lab, which grows lettuce for the cafeteria, obviously the thrift store, and many more.
So this sounds like not only a lot of environmental work, but also some dipping into some sustainability efforts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're definitely working hand in hand with the school to meet the goals that we set for 2050 to, become more sustainable.
So how is that sustainability plan folded into the Oak Park River Forest High School policy? Can you talk a little bit about that?
There's a lot of it that's relating to how energy is going to be used in the school and how water and where we're sourcing things from. I think it's relating to the new construction too, how that's going to be made more sustainable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Project 2 is definitely going to reduce our emissions for the next few years. The geothermal energy they're putting in the field, we're not going to be relying on oil and gas anymore. We're going to be relying on more renewable forms of energy. And Mr. Johnson and a lot of other sustainability board members, they request Enviro Club's input and presence there. So yeah, they work hand in hand with us.
Tell me a little bit about how that feels to be sitting at the table with board members, community members, other educators, and really discussing future plans to ensure that this high school is responsive to the environment and the changes that are occurring.
Well, just this last Tuesday, we had a meeting with the Sustainability Committee in which me and the club president, Manolo, gave a presentation. And when I'm sitting at that table, it just feels like I'm one of the higher ups, It's proper, and I just feel more powerful, like I'm actually making a difference.
Yeah. How about you, Poppy?
Yeah, I think it feels really great to know that the school wants to hear what students are concerned about and wants our input on how we move forward.
I think one of the things I was really impressed with is that it was a group of students from the environmental club that developed the sustainability scorecard, which can you tell us a little bit about how you use the scorecard, what you hope it accomplishes, maybe even explain to our audience what the scorecard actually is?
So the scorecard is a project that we mostly started developing last year. Mm-hmm. And it basically outlines for each different goal of the sustainability policy how we're either moving forward towards that goal or staying the same or maybe even going backwards. And so we get a lot of data from different administrators around the school and department heads, and we compile all of that into a document. And then the next step of that is making kind of a report card, which shows how the school is progressing each year.
Yes, I've seen that. So I have a part in that sustainability scorecard, and that is under curriculum. So we're infusing sustainability information and education throughout the curriculum, not just in science. And so we are actually part of the scorecard, and I can see whether we've moved from red to yellow. We're sitting in between yellow and green now, so we're making some good strides. So I really appreciated that effort by the students. Is there anything that you guys hope to accomplish through the sustainability plan, through your environmental club, that you're really excited about and would love to talk a little bit about?
Well, I think that one of the most important things we can do is actually get people our age interested in this kind of stuff. That's why the educational committee that you host is really good, because it helps raise the next generation to care about the environment. And then additionally, we offer a student perspective, me and Poppy and many others. And that's a perspective that many of the more important people can't have,
So as you all, I believe, are juniors now, how have you seen student interest change over the last 3 years around protecting the environment?
Well, our club, the environmental club, has definitely grown, I think, in these past couple of years. And I've also, a lot of my friends and other people I know, they do care about the environment. And I think things like your project of having it more involved in the curriculum is really helpful because people will learn about it in the classroom and then kind of bring that into their daily lives.
Yeah, wonderful. So how can students get involved in the environmental club?
Well, they can come to the club, but I think more so they can just participate in like our events. You don't have to be in the club to go to the thrift store or to compost, you know?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And then also just like making sure in your daily life, maybe like when you're in the cafeteria, you're composting the compostable things you have, or you're like not putting uncompostable things in the compost bin, and just trying to bring like an attitude of caring about the environment and how you're affecting that.
So if I wanted to come to the environmental club meeting, is it open to all students?
Yeah, of course.
And when do you meet? Like, where would I go?
We meet on Wednesdays after school. It's the environmental science classroom.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I have learned so much, and I really appreciate all of your work toward ensuring that our environment is here for many, many years to come.
You're welcome. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Hear It From a Huskie. Stay tuned for more from our Huskie faculty and students making an impact.